It's a one-hour drama that is a sneak behind the curtain of what media and the justice system is really like, and sort of how contrived media can be, and sort of the two elements working together to fabricate or to enhance certain parts of the story that, as a viewer at home, watching the news or consuming content, you don't really necessarily see the whole story. And so with Notorious, you kind of get to actually see sort of the puppet master pulling the strings. I play Ella Benjamin. She's a lawyer at the law firm, and she's been at the law firm for about 3 years now, and she's very spunky. She's very driven. She will stop at nothing to defend her client. And I think there's so much power within that of a character that, doesn't need saving. Josh Berman, the creator, and Allie, they, create very strong female characters, which I don't think, are that prevalent. And so it's amazing to be able to, all the women on the show are very strong and driven. And it's such an amazing role. My character works at the law firm with Jake and Bradley, and I think that in Ella's eyes, Jake has this amazing all-star career, and I think she really looks up to him. And I think, the 3 years that she's been at the law firm is like really just trying to shadow him and to get as much, on-the-job training as possible. And Jake and Bradley have two very different ways of conducting themselves in business, and I think for Ella, she's kind of walking the line of trying to figure out her own path. Wendy I met during the pilot, and we were shooting in Atlanta, and she's so lovely and so giving. And then Mark, he was, obviously busy, and he, has a million cases going on at once. And so before we actually started shooting the full season, I asked if I could maybe shadow him or somebody at his firm, like an assistant or something, because I really wanted to see what the day-to-day of his law firm is like. And his law firm is so different than any other law firm. And it's amazing. He was so gracious and was like, yes, please come down. Are you free tomorrow? I have a case in the criminal courts building. Meet me in downtown LA tomorrow. And I had never been to the criminal courts system before, and it was amazing. I followed him for about 2.5, 3 weeks, and it was mind-blowing. Like, some of the things and the cases he was trying and the characters, you couldn't put on TV. Like, it would almost seem just so far-fetched that the reality of it is so much crazier than what we are even able to show in Notorious. But Mark is such a doll, and the two of them together, their relationship back in the day, working together when she was on Larry King Live and he was doing his thing, I'm sure would have been something just fantastic to watch. Since we started filming Notorious, I definitely, everything that I read and watch, I see it with a different set of glasses, for sure. It changes the way you look at things, and you also are more attuned to seeing where there's holes in stories and being able to sort of sift through it a bit more. And I think that's like the really appealing thing about Notorious for viewers at home is like there's never really been a show that's been like this before, and I think it's so topical right now for people to be able to really uncover what's actually going on in the news.